Hello everyone. So today we are going to study on different types of things, that is nothing but how to process a create method on resource. Fine. So with this thing also we are going to cover CK editor, and let me start this entire process of starting up the server, and you can see that my work is now completed and Laravel homepage is now displayed. So let's start with so I'm just going to create a controller for routing, and then you can see there is no route of post controller over here in my screen. So with this thing I'm just going to create a basic routing, basic controller. With this I'm creating a function named as create, and all the things that will be covered up will be in this way. I'm also going to create a folder, and this folder will be linked up with my create function, I should say create method. So working with the folder itself, over here I'm just going to create two different types of folder. One is template and the other one is posts, and inside the template I'm just going to create a layout.blade file. Alongside I will be also creating another folder named as posts, wherein I will be keeping all the post related files inside this folder so that I can discriminate it. MVC architecture, of course, fine. I'm going to create.blade.php inside it. With this, a lot of things are being compiled. First, let's create our layout file. So as to get it done, I'm going to create this layout file with title as we can say my blog, if not mistaken. Let's do that. Fine. Okay. So my blog will be my default title, and the container and content will be the different type of section, but this content do require our CSS templates. Fine. So let's create a simple and fantastic view of our Bulma or CSS. Fine. I'm just going to integrate my CSS from bottom to top, and we will be working on it. So let me select a start, and then I'm just going to click on HTML and copy all the contents inside it, whatever has been given to me, pasting it. Yes, do remember you will require internet connection for getting it executed, because it is not stored in the server itself, it is somewhere else on the internet. Fine. So we are using CDN library, going to extend template layout inside my create blade. Fine. And one more thing, I'll be using over here content so as to link up my template with this section, and I can use also our title section, that is whatever I want to say it for the better use. Fine. So I'm just going to, what should I name it? Okay, let's name it add post. Yes, that's a good name, I think so. So my title is add post and my section is nothing but our content. Fine. Let's create a general section, a general form. Already it has been provided by such a good fantastic way done by Bulma. Thank you, Bulma. Fine. And I'm just going to copy this entire context. Why should I type all these things? It's already been available. Fine. Okay, so I'm just going to select all this thing, put it under form tag, so that I can, because Bulma does not provide me the form. So I'm just going to create form action equal to something and method equal to post. Fine. Why post? Because there is a reason why I selected post. Fine. So for me to get it remembered, I have created one strategy for post. Fine. So with this thing, let me explain it to you. Why post? Fine. Inside the resource, if you want to create a post method, fine. If you want to create, if you want to call a create method, it should be inside the post. But to remember that, if you want to send any data from server to user, fine, and from browser, that is browser to server or user to server. Fine. So server to user, there is one way, and the browser to server, that is user to server, is another way. So always remember, we are going to use server to user in get request, and browser to server will be post request. So in this case, our entire form is being displayed on the browser, and I am going to send the data to the server. I'll be using post. Fine. So it's pretty much simple if you can remember. Fine. With this thing, I'm just going to create a route in web.php. I'm just going to call this method. Fine. From server, I want this form to get displayed. Fine. So I'm using get method over here. Fine. So let's do some typo error corrections, and going to create this entire call this entire create method from post controller using the following syntax. Fine. That is /posts/create. It's done. Fine. Remember that I have also included post controller over here. Okay. So it's done and perfectly working fine. Okay. So let's check it out if this is done or not. Fine. But before that, I need to also before I check it out, I need to also call my view file, that is create blade template. Fine. So in this case, I'll be showing it to you that it does contain inside the posts folder. So posts.create will be the good keyword to write it down. It's so much simple and fantastic to work on it. You can see our entire form is now ready to get edited. Fine. So let's edit the entire form and do the required fulfillments that we need it, and rest we will remove it. So with this thing, I'll be using the first one as not title, but let's go with subtitle. I think so. This is second field. Yes, this is a second field. So let's go with title first, and this will be our subtitle. Remember that it has some value named as Bulma. We will be removing a lot of things from this context also. Fine. So the second thing is subtitle. The third thing will be, okay, we will be removing this thing, Bulma. They have done a fantastic job over this. I'll be also removing some extra spaces which were there inside the Bulma, and also some extra span classes also from this menu. With okay, so with this I'll be also using our text editor, but I think so I don't need this. Fine. Let's see if I need it or not. Okay. So over here, the subject field, I do not need a drop down menu. Going to delete it. I'm also fine, and I'm also going to, let's delete this also, entire stuff. I do have message over here, that is body tag. I'll be using text area as a body tag, and some of the contents are now deleted. Let's go and see if I have done any typo error. Yes, I do have. Okay, so over here everything is now corrected. Let's refresh entire page and see how it does look. Wow, it's looking nice, and all the things are working perfect. Now let's cut this entire stuff once again, and we should also give a column to it. Column is offset 6 is 6. Fine, I think so it should be done. Let's refresh it. I think so it should be is 3, because I want to leave 3, and there we go. So you can see Bulma is still remaining. I'm going to delete that thing. I'm going to say type subtitle over here, or type subtitle here, and similarly we have title here. That's it. Okay, so we are also going to remove a different type of spaces. Refresh, and there we go. It's looking so nice. Fine. And now we are going to go for CK editor. I'm going to use CK editor as my body text. Fine. Classic editor, and inside classic editor you can see this type of classic editor will be there to overcome with our problems. Fine. So I'm just going to use this CK editor quick start, and over there are some instructions to get followed. We need ID to be provided wherever this CK editor is going to present, but before that I'm just going to use our template, that is this is our template, and I'm just going to paste this inside my layout.template. Also we need to keep this as a script editor in the script inside our template. So I'm just going to use this also inside the script tag. And the last step and the moral of the story, fine, Alice in the Wonderland. So I'm clicking on text area. I'm telling it that this is not normal text area, this is my CK editor. So it will fetch automatically all the things that we needed inside the stuff, because it does say that please do keep ID inside it. Let's see if it has reflected or not. It will take time, but yes, you will need a good internet connection to get it loaded. Okay, done. So it's looking so much good. With this says this is our username. Let's change this thing also. We'll be using this aspect in coming videos, and we'll also be showing this messages. Right now we are going to put it as a static one. In the coming videos I will be using with Laravel validations. If the entire thing is empty, then it will say that the title cannot be empty, the text area the body cannot be empty, and so on and so forth. But right now, just to make it sure, I'm just going to put it in a static mode, so whether or not it will show it. Fine. Okay, so H2 tag with this aspect, I'm going to click on H3. Let's see, H3 is title is 3, and I'm going to say over here, add your post here. I think so this is a good keyword to write down. Let's refresh, and there we go. It's good. Fine. It's fantastic actually. And then we are going to set a simple footer, and with this footer you can see we do have this footer in our context. So copying this footer and going to layout file, and we are going to use this file, creating a template. First let's create a template named as footer.blade.php, and pasting all this context, removing and or editing the text that we want to share with you all people. Fine. And this is it. I have to complete the entire code. Okay, so please do subscribe to my channel and blah blah blah, whatever you want to say. I could say that support me by linking up or disliking up, whatever you like, fine, to my channel. Fine. So this is nothing but just wanted to set a good footer for remembrance, and saving it up, going to layout blade, and over here I'm going to include that file. This is just simple PHP include, fine, but in Laravel if you want to include this file, you have to use @include. And one more thing, include does not contain blade template variables. Fine, it does not process it, so it's inside that template folder. So I'm going to use template.footer, and there we go. Fine, it's done. So thank you all for watching to my video. Do like, share, subscribe my video. If you like it, do click it on like. If you do not like it, thumbs down, and do tell me your problems and share your comments in my comment section below. Fine. Thank you, bye bye. And yeah, this wallpaper is from Pixabay. Thank you, bye bye.